Construction is everywhere. No matter where you look, you'll see the signs, towering cranes, scaffolding climbing up new buildings, and the constant hum of activity. It's a familiar sight in cities, suburbs, and even rural communities. But have you ever stopped to think about what all this construction really means for our daily lives? It's the backbone of our cities, towns, and communities. Every new building, every renovated street, every bridge or tunnel, these are the foundations that support our way of life. Construction shapes the places where we live, work, and play. It's not just about putting up walls, it's about creating the environments that allow us to thrive. Behind every project are skilled hands and dedicated minds. These are the people who build our homes, schools, hospitals, and roads. They work early mornings and late nights, often in tough conditions, to make sure our communities have what they need. Their expertise and commitment are what turn blueprints into reality. We rely on construction for everything we do, from the moment we wake up in our homes, to the roads we drive on, to the schools our children attend, and the hospitals that care for us. Construction touches every part of our lives. It's easy to take for granted, but without it, our world would come to a standstill. Most people see big machines and hard work. They see the dust, the noise, and the hustle. They might notice the impressive equipment, bulldozers, cranes, and concrete mixers, or the teams of workers in hard hats and safety vests. But there's so much more happening beneath the surface. They think about weather delays or safety concerns. Maybe they wonder how workers stay safe in the rain or under the hot sun. They might hear about accidents or see signs warning of hazards. Safety is always a top priority, and every day brings new challenges to overcome. But there's a hidden crisis in construction, one that impacts every project, big or small. It's not always visible from the outside, but it affects everyone involved, from the largest contractors to the smallest family businesses. This crisis doesn't make headlines, but its effects ripple through the entire industry. It's not about concrete or steel, it's not about the materials that go into a building, or the tools used to shape them. The real issue goes much deeper, touching the very heart of how construction works. It's about cash, or rather, the lack of it. Money is the lifeblood of construction, keeping projects moving and workers paid. But when payments are delayed, everything grinds to a halt. Bills pile up, workers worry about their next paycheck, and projects stall. It's about payment delays, and they're crippling the industry. Contractors and workers are left waiting for money they've already earned. Projects slow down, costs rise, and the stress takes a toll on everyone involved. It's a problem that affects not just businesses, but families and entire communities. We're talking about good, hardworking people not getting paid on time for the work they do. These are the men and women who build our world, and yet too often they're left waiting for what they're owed. It's a challenge that demands our attention, because when construction suffers, we all feel the impact. Imagine a small contractor, someone who wakes up before dawn, laces up his boots, and heads out to the job site with a sense of pride and purpose. He's not just building houses, he's building dreams, one brick, one beam at a time. Every day, he faces new challenges, from unpredictable weather to last-minute design changes, but he never backs down. He's the backbone of his community, the person families trust to turn their hopes into reality. He's poured his heart and soul into building a family home, working long hours and making countless sacrifices. He's missed family dinners, skipped vacations, and put his own savings on the line to make sure the job gets done right. For him, every project is personal. He knows the family who will move in, the kids who will play in the backyard, and the memories that will be made within those walls. He's met tight deadlines, juggled rising material costs, and kept his crew working safely, even when the pressure mounts. He's negotiated with suppliers, managed schedules, and solved problems on the fly. Every day brings a new hurdle, but he faces them all with determination and grit, knowing that his reputation and his livelihood are on the line. The job's finally finished. The family is thrilled, the house looks perfect, and everyone seems happy. But then the invoice he sent out sits unpaid. Days pass, then weeks, and before he knows it, months have gone by with no payment. The excitement of a job well done fades, replaced by anxiety and frustration. He starts to worry about how he'll pay his crew, cover his bills, and keep his business afloat. According to recent studies, over 60% of contractors experience payment delays. That means more than half of the hard-working builders out there are left waiting for money they've already earned. It's not just a minor inconvenience. It's a widespread problem that affects the entire industry, from small family businesses to larger firms. These delays aren't just a matter of a few days. On average, contractors wait 84 days, nearly 3 months, to get paid for their work. That's 84 days of juggling expenses, covering payroll, and trying to keep the lights on, all without the money they're owed. The financial strain can be overwhelming, forcing some contractors to dip into personal savings or take out loans just to stay afloat. This isn't some rare occurrence or isolated incident, it's a reality that plays out on job sites across the country every single day. Contractors of all backgrounds and specialties face the same uphill battle, regardless of the size of their business or the scope of their projects. For countless contractors, this is just the way things are. They work late into the night, worrying about unpaid invoices and mounting bills. The stress takes a toll, not just on their businesses, but on their families and their health. Many wonder how long they can keep going, or if the next job will be the one that finally breaks them. Even as they wait for their hard-earned money, they're still responsible for paying their workers, covering supplier costs, and keeping the business running. The pressure never lets up. For these contractors, the dream of building something lasting is always shadowed by the fear that the money might dry up before the next check arrives. Payment delays don't just hurt the contractor, they set off a chain reaction. Workers don't get paid on time, impacting their families and livelihoods. Suppliers hesitate to deliver materials, fearing they won't get paid. Equipment rentals aren't paid, leading to repossessions and stalled projects. The longer the delay, the worse it gets. Workers leave for jobs that pay on time. Projects get put on hold. Legal battles begin, costing everyone time and money. It's a lose-lose situation. The construction industry is no stranger to challenges. Even before a single payment is delayed, companies and workers are already grappling with a host of issues: skilled labor shortages, rising material costs, and ever-tightening project deadlines. The demand for experienced workers is higher than ever, but fewer young people are entering the field, and many seasoned professionals are retiring. At the same time, the prices of essential materials like steel, concrete, and lumber continue to climb, squeezing already thin profit margins. News headlines frequently highlight these struggles, painting a picture of an industry under constant pressure to deliver more with less. Now, add payment delays to this already volatile mix and the problems multiply. Payment delays act like gasoline on a fire, making these problems even worse. When workers and subcontractors don't get paid on time, it sends shockwaves through the entire project. Think about it. Why would someone choose to enter a profession that's notorious for late payments? It's a major deterrent for new talent, making it even harder to attract and retain skilled workers. For those already in the industry, the uncertainty of when or if they'll be paid creates stress and frustration, leading some to leave the field altogether. Delays in payment also mean that projects take longer to complete. When cash flow dries up, work slows or stops entirely, pushing back deadlines and increasing financing costs. The longer a project drags on, the more expensive materials become, as prices rarely stay the same for long. And then there's safety. When workers are worried about their next paycheck, their focus can slip. Stressed and distracted workers are more likely to make mistakes, ignore safety protocols, or rush through tasks, all of which can lead to accidents and injuries. In the end, payment delays don't just hurt the bottom line, they create a ripple effect that touches every aspect of a construction project, turning existing challenges into full-blown crises. Some people see payment delays as a symptom of other problems in construction, like, poor planning, lack of communication, or disagreements over work done. While these factors definitely contribute, they're not actually the root cause. The real issue is a culture of late payment. It's become so ingrained in the industry that it's just seen as normal, like, that's the way things are, but hey, it doesn't have to be this way. The good news is that solutions exist. Technology can help. Digital payment systems can streamline invoicing and payments, making it easier to track and pay on time. Clear, fair contracts are essential, outlining payment terms and penalties for late payments. Regular communication between clients, contractors, and subcontractors can prevent misunderstandings and disputes. Some states have even passed legislation like prompt payment laws, requiring faster payment timelines on public projects. This really sets a standard for the industry. We need a fundamental shift in the way we think about payment in construction. It's time to build a foundation of fairness and respect, where everyone gets paid what they're owed, on time, every time. This isn't just about money, it's about people's lives, their families, and their dreams. It's about the integrity of an industry that builds our world. This isn't just a contractor's problem, and it's not just a client's problem. It's a shared responsibility. Clients need to understand the impact of late payments and make timely payments a priority. Contractors need to be proactive, using clear contracts, tracking invoices, and communicating openly. And workers? They deserve to be paid fairly and on time for their hard work. By working together, we can create a construction industry where payment delays are a thing of the past. An industry where skilled workers are valued and rewarded, where projects are completed on time and on budget, and where everyone benefits. Let's build a stronger, more sustainable future for construction. Let's build it on a foundation of timely and fair payment. It's time to get this done.